What's poppin', homies? It's your favorite homegirl, Gossip Girl, and today we're going to talk about Sean Grayson and some courtroom tea. All right. Now, this article is a few days old, but anything that has his name or Sonia Massey's name, I will be talking about it. Okay. It also talks about his health as well. I'm pretty sure some of you heard about his health, but we're going to talk about all of that. Okay. So let's go. A Sangamon County deputy sheriff fired his gun 3 times at Sonia Massey in her home after the unarmed 36-year-old woman held her hands in the air, told him "I'm sorry," and ducked for cover behind a counter. Now, that information was part of the successful argument a Sangamon County Assistant State's Attorney used on July 18th to convince a judge to detain Sean Grayson in jail under provisions of the Illinois Pretrial Fairness Act. Now, Grayson, who is 30 years old of Riverton, he is facing 3 first-degree murder charges as well as charges of aggravated battery with a firearm and official misconduct in connection with Massey's July 6th unaliving. With the potential for additional prison time connected with the alleged use of a gun, Grayson could face a prison sentence of 45 years to life if he is convicted. Now, many people in the audience of the packed courtroom, which include Macy's mother, Donna, other family members, and friends, sobbed during and after the arraignment hearing. Several said yes and clapped when Judge Ryan Cadigan ruled in favor of First Assistant State's Attorney Mary Rogers' request for detention. In a case that has prompted almost daily protests led by Black activists and gained national media attention, Cadigan ruled Grayson shouldn't be released because he would pose a threat to the community. This was such a departure from the expectations of a civil society, Cadigan said of Grayson's conduct. Now, the judge noted that Grayson fired the shots, one of them hitting Massey in the face and fatally wounding her. Okay, apparently without provocation. Now, Cadigan said that Grayson also made unspecified disparaging remarks about Massey at the scene and failed to provide first aid to her after she was shot, all the while knowing his actions were being recorded by another deputy with a body-worn camera. Rogers said that Grayson failed to show anything but callousness to a human life. Grayson definitely had a lot of options, such as using the non-lethal taser he was wearing to subdue Massey. But for one, he didn't need to use a taser with her. She didn't pose a threat. She didn't throw any water. She didn't do any of that. So she was not a threat to him at all. We all saw the video. She was not a threat to him. But I get what they're saying, okay? This defendant was not justified in his use of deadly force. The defendant clearly disregarded his training as a law enforcement officer. Now, civil rights and personal injury attorney Ben Crump, who was presenting the Massey family, said in a statement after the judge ruling to detain Grayson that the decision marks another crucial step in the pursuit of justice for Sonia Massey's family. Crump said the ruling emphasizes the gravity of the charges and the severity of the officer's action. Sonia's death has been extremely shocking and devastating for her family and the community. Now, Grayson, who was fired from Sangamon County Sheriff's Department on July 17th, my birthday, the same day a Sangamon County grand jury handed down the felony charges in an indictment, is being held at the Menard County Jail in Petersburg. Now, he was wearing a black and white jail jumpsuit and leg cuffs around his ankles. Grayson looked forward with the courtroom audience behind him. During the arraignment and detention hearing, he appeared to show no emotion. And that just goes to show you, when somebody doesn't show any emotion, they don't care. They don't care. Grayson's attorney, Dan Foltz, did the talking during the hearing, saying that Grayson pleaded not guilty. Now, Foltz argued for Grayson's release pre-trial with electronic monitoring and other restrictions. Foltz said that Grayson doesn't pose a real threat to anyone in particular or the community. Now, Foltz said Grayson lives with his fiancée at the home he has owned in Riverton for 4 years, and the couple was scheduled to be married in October of 2024. So he was living with Isabel Butterfield. That's his fiancée. And they were scheduled to get married on, October 2024. Now, Grayson was diagnosed with stage 3 cancer, colon cancer that is, in October of 2023 and was hospitalized for a month and a half, according to Foltz. As a result of the treatment, Grayson wears a colostomy bag and hopes to have surgery in the next few months, so the bag no longer will be needed, his lawyer said. But in the meantime, providing necessary medical care to Grayson would be a significant burden for any jail. No, it's not. They could take him to the hospital. If they cannot care for him at the prison or the jail, they can take him to the hospital and he will get care. He doesn't have to be out on the streets or be at home. No. But anyway, so they was fighting for that. Okay, they were fighting for that. Foltz said, noting that Grayson had a medical incident overnight between July 17th and 18th when the bag burst. Grayson would have been at the Menard County Jail at the time, and Menard Sheriff Mark Aller said neither he nor his staff was made aware of such incident. Now, the petition filed by the state attorney's office for pretrial detention gave the public the first glimpse of what allegedly happened. Why are they saying allegedly? It gave first glimpse of what happened the night of Massey's death. The petition included body-worn camera footage that was not made public, but which is expected to be released July 22nd. So all this happened already. The body cam footage is out there, and everything. So here we are, July 28th? I'm just trying to play catch up here. Now, Grayson and another deputy whose identity hasn't been revealed and who hasn't been charged were dispatched at about 12:50 a.m. July 6th at the home Massey rented in the 2800 block of Hoover Avenue in an unincorporated Woodside Township in the Cabbage Patch neighborhood, according to the petition. So it's just going through with the deputies while they were there. They got a 911 call and someone needed some assistance and stuff like that. So we know why, they showed up. Now, Grayson, he has a muscular build. He stands 6'3", okay, and he weighs 230 pounds. The petition said Grayson noticed a pot on the stove and approved Massey removing the pot to prevent any accidental fire. So we know all of that because that was in the video. And when you watch the video, you will see that she didn't have to, her life didn't have to be taken. She wasn't a threat. She put the water down on the counter. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure if somebody's taking that video and altering it, because some people are saying they saw when she threw it. No, I don't believe that. And the first video was on the news. Excuse me. It showed exactly what happened. She never threw any water at him at all. Okay. It's a big thing on TikTok about this. And I know what I saw. She did not throw any water in his direction at all. Okay. And then at the fact that You know, he just did a whole lot of stuff that just gave red flags. He didn't cut his body cam on until after everything happened. Okay? He didn't have to pull out his gun on her. You know, on the video, he stopped his partner from, rendering aid. It's just crazy. So whatever's on that video footage, and I know we all saw it, that's what happened. And anybody that's trying to alter anything is crazy to me. It is absolutely crazy. But if you go down the rabbit hole, you would know that he has so many things against him, complaints against him, okay? He was trying to watch the doctor take the narcotics out of the detainee. Like, you're not supposed to be watching that. What's wrong with you? Grayson graduated from North Mac High School in Verdun in 2013. He served 3 years in the U.S. Army and he said he was honorably discharged, according to folks, which he was not. He had a general discharge, and it was a serious matter. Stuff like that. We already know that he worked for Auburn Police Department from July 20th, 2021 to May 1st, 2022. He was part-time for the Verdun Police Department from May 20th, 2021 to December 31st, 2021. Part-time for the Kincaid Police Department from February 4th, 2021 to May 18th, 2021. He was part-time for the Pawnee Police Department from August 11th, 2020 to July 26th of 2021. All this bouncing around from different departments is really crazy to me. And he wasn't following any instructions. He was doing what he wanted to do. Because when your superior tells you to exit and stop chasing somebody, you're supposed to stop. But what did he do? He kept chasing the person. He just turned off his sirens and his light, but he still kept chasing. So that badge that he had, he felt like he was powerful behind the badge and the gun. And he was a menace. He was a bully. You know? It's just a lot of stuff that's coming out about him now. And yes, somebody asked me, was the letter real that his grandmother-to-be wrote and put it on the internet? It's very real. It's very real. You can type in Google and you can read it for yourself. But anyway, that's all I have. You know, this was what they was talking about inside the courtroom. I'm not sure when his next court date is. Hold on. Okay, so I was looking for his next court date, which I could not find. I could not find it. I'm not sure if I even spoke about it in my other videos that I posted. Oh, this is just an unnecessary killing, and it's just sad. It's really sad. It's really sad. You know, justice for Sonia Massey. You know, condolences to her family. And I'm going to definitely keep her family in prayer because they're going to need it. And I love the fact that everybody is showing them support. Okay? I love the fact that everybody is showing the Massey family support. And of course, you got people who are supporting Sean Grayson. Yeah. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys right now. If I find out anything else about this case, you already know I'll come to you and we'll have a discussion about it. But until then, I'll talk to you guys later.